So, hey guys, today we're gonna be taking a look at the Pythagorean theorem, its derivation, and some real life examples of where it's used, and a few problems if you want. So, the Pythagorean theorem is not just a work of a single person like Pythagoras as we think. In just like all other parts of mathematics, physics, etc., it is the work of multiple different people vasting over over a multitude of regions like India, China, Persia, and many more. Pythagoras gave the only first definitive proof of the Pythagorean theorem, so the theorem is named after him. So now let's take the theorem states that if we take a right angle triangle of sides A, B, and C, then the square of the first side and the square of the second side, the sum of them would give the square of the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is given as the longest side of the triangle, of a right angle triangle. Now let's see the derivation. Now I've taken identical copies of this triangle. So the base is B, the height is A, and the hypotenuse is C. So this is the base of B, and no, this is not the base actually, this is the height, which is A, as you can see. This is the base, and now here it's B, and here's the height A, and here it's B, and it's inverted here, so it's A, B, and the inside is C. So now, to find the area of this shape, total area, not any shaded, the total area of the shape, we can derive it in two methods. One, area would be equal to, this is a square, so the A plus B is one side. So the area of a square is x squared. So A plus B the whole square. Now the second method is that to find the areas of these four triangles and add it with the area of the square. So since the area of a triangle is half in a base in a height, so the base is the base is B and the height is A, so it's half AB times 4, since we have 4 triangles, plus the area of the square, which is C squared. Now this would be equal to 2AB plus C squared. Now if we equate 1 and 2, we would get A plus B the whole square, which is equal to 2AB plus C squared. This can be simplified to A squared plus B squared plus 2AB is equal to 2AB plus C squared. So now these two cancel out. So now we get A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Now remember, this is not the only derivation for the Pythagorean theorem. There are multitude of variations in the derivation of it. I'm just teaching one which is simple and what I have learned personally. So now let's go through some practical examples, practical uses. So now there are a multitude of practical uses. We mostly use these intuitively. That is, we don't calculate it, we do it based on it's kind of like a gut feeling and an instinct. So for example, let's take the path. So this is A of distance A and B. So now there's another path which is C. So in order, what we will do is we take path C, as this is the shortest distance to the destination. How? Remember, C square, C is the greatest side, but it doesn't mean it's greater than the sum of these two sides, which would still be greater. So A plus B is greater than C. That's what we can derive. So now, this is what we do intuitively. We take the shortest path to reach the destination. Not always, like, take a control example of when you're trying to rush to school. You would of course take path C. Other examples include in robotics, using it in machine learning, and to simulate real life conditions like the BDX robot or something. They used terrain to find it. So like for like inclinations, we do use Pythagorean theorem as well as trigonometry. So yeah, and there are architecture. They use something known as the 3-4-5 rule. That is basically like, I'm not into architecture, but it's basically like, since 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square. 5 square, that is 9 plus 16, 25. So that's also a practical example. So now, that's it for this video. I'll post my next video based on trigonometry, its derivations, the graphical representation and their derivations as well, the identities, then the sectors, since I need to introduce radians, so that would be useful. And I will also use reference or relative angles. And then finally I'll be covering real life applications. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Thank you for watching this. I hope you got a clear understanding of how the Pythagorean theorem was derived. So one advice I give to everyone is, for example, let's take the equation S is equal to V square minus U square. No, S is equal, sorry. So V is equal to U plus 80, the kinematics formula. How is it U plus 80? So, well, acceleration is given as the rate of change of velocity over time. So, V minus U is equal to 80 when you multiply both sides by T. And when you add both sides by U, it becomes V is equal to U plus 80. Kind of like that. There are a multitude of formulas as well, as you know. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Hope you enjoyed what I taught. Hope you understand how the derivations were made. And to sum up, learn how to think, not what to think. Thank you.